What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. So as you can tell by the title, today's going to be the knives that built my channel. And I'm doing this in like I followed a Scab. Scab did a video recently from Choir Boys Outdoors. He did a video regarding the, I think he did 12 knives that built his channel. For me, I'm gonna do just 6 because obviously I don't have I don't have the craziness of his collection and his knives that he's reviewed. You know, I'm a fraction of that. One day maybe I'll start getting up there, but right now, you know, I haven't done that many reviews to say these ones. And when I say built my channel, what I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna be doing this based off of course, views. You know, number of views of people liking the videos and just a high number of views. Also, relationships that were made and just the stories behind them that were pretty cool. And I feel that built the channel myself, and not just built the channel, I built relationships. And lastly is going to be just some of my favorites as well. They built the channel for me because I probably promoted them a lot because they were my favorites. They're some of my top knives to own. So let's get started, you know, so we don't take too long here for you guys. First one, I have to say that I had tons of hits on this one, tons of people asking about this one, and it definitely one of my favorites, favorites, and it goes into the Grail collection. And all these are pretty much Grails for me. I love them all, you know, but some, of course, obviously more than others. But let's start with this one here. So you all know this one. This one is the Blackjack Anaconda II. And this one I picked up from Prepared Mind 101's. Prepared Mind 101. He had a knife sale, and I hit him up, and he gave me a super smoking deal on this. This is an older 1980s blade, like probably late 80s. This came out, and he had the same. If you go watch his review on this thing, because he did like his little backstory on it. And it's funny, we have, you know, all those knife brothers have a lot of similar stories, man. And his is the same thing. He saw this in a magazine years ago when he was younger and loved it, wanted this for a long time, and, you know, just couldn't afford it, couldn't get it. I was the exact same way, you know, in the early 80s, I was still a young teen. So, you know, I was probably 12, 13 years old at that in the late 80s. No, maybe before that, I think I was like 9 or 10. So, obviously, I'm not going to be buying a knife of this quality at that age. You know, most of the knives I got were going to be from swap meets. You're talking about those little Rambo knives, a little compass on top. That was my price range when I was growing up. And, you know, but surprisingly, I had a couple buck 110s at that age. But I think back then they were super cheap too, you know, 15, 20 bucks, and got a few for my birthdays and things like that. But never nothing like this. So to be able to get this was just awesome. So when I seen Chris selling this, I asked him, and he just gave me a smoking deal. I mean, he pretty practically gifted it to me for the price he gave this to me for. You can find these now again on eBay for like around $350, 400 bucks. You know, I don't think you'll find it less than that, you know, and hopefully you'll get, if you do find one, you'll get one in this type of condition, because this is absolutely pristine. Oz 8 steel, just amazing. Love this knife. All right, let's move on. Next, I'd have to say another one that was a cool little story to it, and I like it. I love the knife how it was originally, but you know me, I love big fat buoys, just something crazy. And this one here drew a lot of attention to my channel, and had a lot of people asking about this. And every time I do a short on it, it always gets over, you know, 2,000, 3,000 views. And that has to be this beast right here. This is the KHHI buoy by KHHI. And this is called the Power Hammer buoy, the Power Hammer. So the way they normally sell this, though, this one, I can't even get the whole thing in the freaking picture. This one here, it's usually 11-inch blade with little skinny pencil fullers, and of course a shorter handle. It's a smaller version, but I wanted something more dramatic, right? You know, especially for display, and these are usable knives. These are hand forged knives, and this would most likely do some damage, man, if I really went out, you know, swung this around pretty bad. But I wanted it mainly just for this shock factor, because look at this thing. It's just beautiful, big buoy, and I love it, absolutely love it. But I'll say when you get it, it has little pencil fullers, and it's smaller. So I told them make this thing up to, I want a 16-inch blade. So that's they threw a 16-inch blade on this. I wanted to keep the width though, so make it, you know, a little over 2.5 inches wide. And I like the D-Bad fullers. Donnie B in his series always has these fat fullers, and I love the look of a fat fuller on a blade. So I told him, I was like, hey, throw those Donnie B all day fullers on there and stretch it out to 16 inches and give me a longer handle. You know, they asked, well, I'll just make it aesthetically balanced and pleasing for the knife itself at that 16-inch blade. So they killed it. They knocked it out of the park. Look at that big old huge thumping pummel for hammering. Beautiful hardwood handles. I think it's rosewood right there. Just perfectly grounded. Looks really nice. They did a good job on it. Just beautiful. Beautifully polished. You know, this thing just came freaking razor sharp. Badass. All right, let's go to the next one here. The next one I'm going to go to is going to be the, look at this freaking beast. Shade Indonesia. This is the Son of Kratos blade. And I just love the look of this. Absolutely love the look of this. And Shani, which is the main man over there, the main guy in Indonesia that runs this company, the owner, he just awesome dude. I ended up hitting him up on Facebook, and I loved all his stuff, and I saw this one and I was like, man, this is badass. But the way he offers it, asks for a little bit of custom, because the way he offers it, and it's still bitching. It's pretty much like, this is like the light side, his side is the dark side. But they're both freaking awesome. You can't go wrong with either one. But his version has, this is all, I forget the name of it, but it's all blacked out and it's pitted. So it makes it look like forged work on it, which is still pretty cool. It looks pretty badass. And then this part's still shiny, and this part's still shiny. And this is a sharpened upper swedged. And so as far as, it still has the brass guard here, but the handles are black. They're like blackened, I think, micarta handles. And I wanted lighter rosewood, and I asked for him to just make the whole blade all just shiny, all just mirror polish, instead of doing that pitted black look, splatter look to it. I just wanted it all black. So I got the light side version of the blade. But again, the other one looks pretty bitch. When you get a chance, go check that one out. That one's awesome too. But I just wanted something like this. I like more for display, so this one just pops more. And I noticed though, once he made this for me, we started posting videos, and I started doing more shorts and posting videos on his Facebook page. I noticed he sold a few more of these. I think people ordered it the same way. So they like this style just like I did. But look how beautiful that is. But yeah, I became buddies with Shani there, man. He's a cool dude, innovative guy, you know, comes up with all these new designs. Now he has another company called Carnivora he's working with. They're designers, and they design different blades that Shani makes for them, and they're just knocking it out of the park too. I mean, their designs are just insane, you know. Again, they have this almost fantasy look, but totally functional. Something you could take out into the woods and beat the hell out of and trust with your life. Don't have to worry about it falling apart on you or breaking. And all these are full tang. I mean, they build them to use, but they have that fantasy, just out of this world, just crazy aspect to them. You know, there's just something just amazing. All their designs are like this, just futuristic, freaking fantasy looking, but functional. All right, let's move on. Next would have to be my boy, man. I love this one. This one is a collaboration piece between me and my brother, Wyatt Hines, man. I love his work, man. This guy, they're perfect and complex in the simplicity, if that makes sense. I mean, I asked for, like, I wanted a bowie knife. I gave him a strong, he came back and sent me a little, like a sketch of what I wanted. It kind of like went back and forth, and we ended up with this thing. And look at this. Look how thick this beast is. In some parts, it's almost a half-inch thick. Tapers down to a little over a quarter inch. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at the polish on this, the grind work. It's just freaking amazing. Absolutely love this knife. And this thing gets tons and tons of views. So as you know, it does have somewhat of a look of the Heartstopper. And that's what I told him, because I do like the Heartstopper handle and the back pummel for the skull breaker. I love that. I love the look of that. But I didn't care for the blade shape of the Heartstopper. They're fat and it tapers down to almost like a drop point. I love clip points and bowie style blades. So I was like, you know, I want something that's kind of like fat, kind of resembles a little bit of the blade of the Undertaker buoy by Condor, but the handle of the Heartstopper. And Wyatt Hines said, say no more, let me put something together. And he came up with this thing, and it's absolutely freaking beautiful. I ended up going with rosewood, I think, handles as well on this. I mean, he just did the stain perfectly, contoured it down, so you got a beautiful, nice, solid grip on there. But that awesome, just, oh man, that'll split anything right there. Skull Buster. Got his initials on that side for Wyatt Hines, and then this side. So he came up with the name of this, man. He hit it out of the park too with that. The Rhino, R-Y-N-O. Rip you a new one. That's what he named it, because this freaking thing will rip you a new one. And you can see it here. It says the first edition, the very first one. So, because I believe with colored people, once they saw this design, they wanted it, and they had a couple made. So, but I have the very first one since it was my design, and he's having to make a little tongue tie here. I'm having him make me EDC version, a smaller, shorter, a 5-inch, because this right here is a 10.5. He's gonna make me a 5-inch blade version, and he's gonna make me a freaking 15.5-inch blade version. I'm getting the freaking huge mega, so I'm gonna have all 3 options for this thing. I have one that I can carry on me all the time, the EDC one, this one for hiking and camping, the other one just for lopping freaking zombie heads. It's just cool to have. I love that where you have all 3 sizes, and it's my design. Pretty much, I keep saying mine, but it's our design. Mine and Wyatt's collaboration design here, and just amazing. This one here has a special spot for me, and again, made an awesome friendship with Wyatt. Wyatt's a great dude, man, just down to earth. I mean, I guarantee another guy, if he lived locally, we'd be good friends, man. I'm almost positive we'd be hanging out on a daily basis. He's just a cool dude all the way around. Just an awesome brother of the blade, man. And look what he makes. Artist on top of that. This thing here is just badass. Something that is just, like I said, it blew me away when I put it in my hands and felt it, and the choil feels all just amazing. Just awesome, Wyatt. Awesome. Okay, next one here. Also blew up when I posted it, is the Mountain Shining Buoy by Bark River. This one here, I've been waiting for a long time. I always saw this another one too that I never really pulled the trigger years back. Just gotta have the money a lot of times because these things are kind of pricey, you know. They'll range anywhere from like $290 up to like $290 up to like $380, depending on the style you get, the handle type and the construction. You know, they're always usually, the blade material is always going to be that A2 blade material, which is awesome. Tool steel that's, you know, tried and true. Nothing wrong with that steel. But just look at this thing. Look at that handle. I end up getting this with the elk style handle on here, and whoever picked this piece, man, good job, because it's perfectly shaped for a hand to grab. It's perfectly contoured for a hand. It just molds right into your hand. Just fits perfectly. So they got a good piece there to use. Just beautiful piece. And I lucked out on this because I won't give the whole story, but I'll give a real quick version of it. Been looking for these forever, and they're always sold out all the time. But finally, I'm subscribed to the DLT newsletter that comes through email, and they actually had this thing pop up, just saying, hey, you know, new drop of the Mountain Shining Buoy. So I was like, I'm gonna hop on this quick because I want to hurry up and get one before they sell out. So I went on there. I was looking around. They had a bunch of different styles, and mind you, they had a lot to choose from, but just one of different style handles, like maybe one rose, or they may have a couple different like wood handle ones. But as far as these, they had about 4 or 5 of these elk style with different, you know, obviously the different shaped handles because they're all different. They're all gonna have different looks to them. So they have 4 or 5 of these, and then had the full on, like the full horn handle, the kind you see from Inglourious Bastards. Then they have all different types of handle materials. Mainly most of them wood. They had some like I don't think they do G10. I think it was mainly either wood or this elk style. So I went to look. I was like, you know what? I ended up pulling the trigger on this and just buying it. And you know, right when I saw it, I was like, I picked one. I was like, I'm gonna get one of those. And then I was like, you know what? I should have looked first and see if there's one that I maybe would like more, different handle version that I would like. Maybe different guard, because some of them have the chop guard here instead of this full guard. Let me go back and look. And I started scrolling through and looking at different ones. I was like, no, I'm glad and then I went back to look at the antler. And this matter, mind you, this was a matter of like a minute or two. A minute, like a couple, not even, maybe 2 minutes tops. I went back to go check out, let me go check out the elk ones again. Sold out. Oh crap. Went over to look at the Inglourious Bastards big elk horn ones, all sold out. Then I still went back, I clicked refresh, went back in, they had maybe like 5 or 6 of the wooden handle ones left. I mean, they were just, and they had probably like 40, 50 of them, all the way down to 6 or 7. And then by the next day, sold out completely. So I was like, man, I'm glad I pulled the trigger on this one. I don't regret it at all. It's just absolutely beautiful. Had to do it. Awesome. Okay, and my last one, number 6. This one has to be another one that did a lot for my channel. The company itself has done a lot for my channel. They're just freaking awesome. And like I always tell you guys, and I say it before, it's one of my favorite, if actually it is my favorite, I have to say it's my favorite knife manufacturer as of to date. Has to be Work Tough, man. I love Work Tough, man. They knock it out of the park every single time. There hasn't been one knife I purchased from them that I did not like, that wasn't flawless, that wasn't just perfection. They offer, and what I love about Work Tough is, and why they're so innovative, and in my opinion, they're a couple steps ahead of every other manufacturer of big buoys and knives like this, is they bring in a bunch of different freaking designers, and they're not afraid to try different things. They'll have different coatings. So they'll, not only are they trying different steel types, they do the SK85, they'll do the Bowler, what's this one here? The Bowler K329. They do other different types of that materials, different types of carbon steels. But then they also different finishes. They'll have this totally blacked out. They'll have this ghost finish. They'll have this satin, beautiful satin finish, which I'm a sucker for satin. I love satin finish blades. But they'll have all these other different types. I mean, like 6 or 7 different types of finishes to choose from. They have different types of handles. They have this one's here with like different liners sometimes, and this one just has like this color here. They'll have to do with like almost like a zebra pattern, the gray and white. They'll do this pattern here for the G10 handles. They just are so innovative. And then sometimes they'll offer different ones you could change out if you want to change them and use the same knife with different style color handle scales. It just are just so awesome. And then Vic Lynn is the main man over there. He's the big boss, the owner there. And he's just a super cool dude. I mean, he'll take care of anything. His shipping super fast. Everything that he's put out so far has been amazing. He's actually even sponsored me on some of these blades to review, and put his faith in me to push this out. So I did a lot of shorts and reviews on this one here. And I just 100% back their company. It's just bitching. I mean, I have a bunch of their knives, and I'm going to continue to buy more as they come out, because they just keep putting out just amazing knives, amazing blades. They have little EDC ones. They have big ones. And again, that's another thing they do. They have different sizes. They have this huge one. They have a smaller versions. They offer, like, if you look at the Puzon Wilderness buoy, they have shorter versions. They have a 6-inch and a 10-inch version blade, or I think it's a 5-inch and a 10-inch. But they have smaller and bigger size blades and the same one. So maybe they'll come out with something with this one. This is a little bit different. This is the Predator Hunter, still by Dave Puzon, which is an awesome designer. He does great leather work and all different types of stuff like that. Go check him out. But just amazing, just amazing. And all these ones I showed you, razor sharp. And every single one of these, like I said, they're not just knives that were the most popular on my channel, and they're also the ones in my opinion, some of the better quality ones. And that shows you right there that they are, because you got all these people trying to see this. They see that and they go, oh, damn, that's a bitchin' looking knife. That looks nice. You click on it, boom. Or they know that those knives are quality and they want to see it again. They click on it. So the mass have spoken, right? The people have spoken on which ones are the most popular, even though like that I'm putting these out there. They click on it, they see it because it looks bitchin', and then I give them the overview of it, or do my review on it and give them all the specs of it. And hopefully, I'm promoting and these knives enough to where they're, giving you everything you need to know if you want it to go get it. And, and I'll put my name by all these knives. I put my name behind, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these. Bark River's awesome. Freaking Wyatt Hines, man. He's just an awesome dude and does great custom work. His heat treat, all the heat treat on these are all just spot on. You got your Anaconda. That's kind of, again, that one's a big one, but that one is discontinued, so you can't find that too often. But Shade Indonesia, you can go there, and their stuff is just amazing. His heat treat is on point. KHHI, they do awesome work too. I mean, they're all just amazing companies that you just can't go wrong with, and they all have their own little niche that they can do their little that makes them so popular. So I have to thank all these knife companies for growing my channel and just bringing all this to my attention to help me grow my channel, and it's not just, like I said, these are the knives that are most popular, that brought a lot of attention to my channel, but it's also a lot of the other content creators that help me. It's more than just the knives that promote this channel and that helped me grow and that built this channel. It's also guys like Scab, dude. Just really down-to-earth dudes, His heart is as big as his personality. He's just a true blue brother of the blade, man. Just good-hearted dude, man. And he's always helped me out along the way. He's sent me knives to review. Donnie B all day. He's given me tons of shouts, helped me in with reviews and things like that, and gave me some helpful tips in getting better. I mean, all these people, Grugs from Legion Tactical Cutlery always shares my videos and always promotes me and puts my videos out there. Donovan Tew, and he always comments on every one of my videos, and he's also we've talked plenty of times, and had conversations and sold knives to each other, and different things like that. Friendships we build, relationships that have been built. It's just awesome, and if I'm missing any of you, I'm sorry. I just I don't have that many. I don't want to keep this on going and going. It's already 20 minutes now, so but it's just an awesome community, and I hope I keep growing from here, and hopefully I'll have a whole another set of knives I can show you in the future, and things may change as far as which ones will build the channel in the future. Who knows? I'll do another one maybe in the future and be up to where Scab is. Instead of doing 6, I'll do 12 for you. We'll see. For right now, I'm happy with where I'm going, and hopefully we'll keep growing in that direction. And that's it, guys. That's it. So until next knife, gun, or whatever.